Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. Last time, they were going to try to reboot the generator. They had an adventure in the elevator with a tuna, and they made it down to the lower level. By the way, I always named the episode titles after are oftentimes jokes that I wish I had made during the show, like I wish I had mentioned when I accidentally said mispronounced tuna. I wish it said it's not a tuma, which hopefully people get that reference. Quite a funny reference. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but something that someone who has a horrible memory, I actually remember line pretty well. I actually don't remember a lot more about that movie, but but anyway, we're gonna get back to it. We put the frozen tuna down and began walking toward the generator room. This side of the area was also inundated with water from the flood. It was still bathed in darkness. Blue light from the surface dimly pierced through the small round windows, making a wave-like shadow on the floor. The four of us relied on that and our flashlight as we proceeded deeper and deeper into the complex. When we turned a corner, we heard Taxi call out from behind us. Keep up, Taxi. Oh, okay, that's why. Looking back, there was Taxi with a toolbox on the floor and breathing hard. Here's an idea. Why don't they have a rubber raft? Wait. If LeMU has spare rafts, emergency rafts, it's probably a bad sign that something bad might happen. You would still wonder if they had some. Huh. I don't know. Alright. I hurried to where Taxi was. Taxi, I'll help you. Because I want to, not because you just demanded it. Okay. The two of us took the toolbox from both sides. Quit exaggerating. Oh, Taxi, watch out! There's a bump sticking out there. Taxi was just able to right himself. Huh? You really think it's that dark? Taxi, maybe you've got bad night vision. You shouldn't be so picky. Finally, as we caught up with you and Sarah, we reached our destination. Yellow and black stripes appeared dimly ahead. There was a plate with information on the front of the door, but it was too dark to read. You reached toward the door handle. Ooh, I remember a detail. But wait! Does he know? Instinctively, I grabbed Yu's arm.
Huh?
Oh? Taxi and Sarah stared at me questioningly. The thing is, I couldn't find the words to reply. I wondered why I had said what I had. I really didn't know. Yet somehow, if you don't know what's going on inside, don't you think it might be dangerous to just open the door? I'm just rattling off what popped into my mind. No, I hadn't even thought of it. It just seemed to jump from my throat before anything else. Here's a question: if Sugumi hasn't assaulted him yet, How's he got the graffiti washed off his face? I just thought of that. Because it's happening different. It's confusing me. Kind of like when you snap your hand back after touching a hot stove. I just reflexively blurted it out. You wasn't buying it. I took my hand from Yu's arm and searched for words. At that moment...
それもそうだよね。もしかしたら熱水を運んでるパイプかなんかが破裂してて、高温の蒸気が中に充満してるかもしれないし。
Sure took up the slack in my explanation. Oh, I see. That's what I guess I was thinking. While I sensed danger, I couldn't express in words what it might be. His spider senses appeared to be tingling, but he didn't know what direction they were tingling at. The three of us nodded, satisfied. Yes, that's a mistake. Takeshi touched his hand to the wet floor. He went to place his damp fingers on the door. The droplet sizzled, evaporating away. And just like Sarah had said. Yeah. I replied, but I hadn't really known it would be dangerous either. The one who had known was a separate someone inside me. This someone had simply borrowed my voice. What had happened was so strange that it made me feel out of place in my own skin. Glad he's not saying anything that could freak someone out. There's someone inside me. Wonder if he makes good food. I'm hungry.
とにかくこのままじゃ中に入れないってことだよね。
ああ、困ったな。
そうね。ひとまず発電室に流れている熱水のバルブを閉めましょう。熱水さえ止まればこの中の蒸気の放出も停止するはずだから。バルブ？それどこにあるんですか？この隣の部屋よ。もう一つ奥の通路を進んでいくの。そんなに人数は必要ないから、私と、そうね。あともう一人手伝ってほしいんだけど。
よし来た、任せろ。
クラナリ
ー。Whoa。
こら、俺のどこが不服なんじゃい。
だって、クラナリなんかと二人っきりになったら変なことされそうじゃない。
あのな。
私が手伝いましょうか？あ、いいのいいの。前はここで待ってて。
なあ、おい少年、お前はどうするよ？
Huh? What? Huh? Me? Seriously, the kid has way more choices than Takeshi does. Guess Takeshi's just driven. He's driven and he does it, and you don't get to make the choices. The kid's all confused and discombobulated. The description of the word that I didn't manage to get out. Crap. Well, I've been told that I should complete her story later, so I'm guessing if I wait here, it'll focus on her story. So I guess I should help you, cause I mean, the last story is kind of left on a cliffhanger. She told you about her dad, just like she did before, and then, well, you did catch her one time in looking in the computers. That's really the only other time that her thing was dealt with, so let's go with you. I'll help you. Because I don't trust Takeshi. He'll act out those dreams that he had.
おい、それなら文句ねえだろ？
オッケ
ー。たく、俺が何したってんだよ。たく、何なんだ。
Maybe It seemed that Takeshi was oblivious to his disturbing dream the night before. I figured that Yu is concerned about you in her own way. Like when she had you carry the heavy toolbox. Maybe it was her way of saying, rest a bit, or take it easy.
そういうもんかね。っていうか、すげえ好意的な解釈だ。
I agree, that is a very generous interpretation.
まあいいや。だったらお言葉に甘えて、俺たちはまったりしとくことにするさ。な、サラ。
Taxi tried to pat Sarah on the shoulder, but she dodged the advance.
おっと、拙者には手を触れない方が良いでござるよ。
Yeah, I was just say, he's kind of being, if she doesn't trust Taxi, with her, why is she trusting her with Sarah? But perhaps Sarah really does have those ninja skills that she's talking about. Well, he takes Taekwondo, some martial arts.
え？
何せ伊賀流忍術免許皆伝見込み保持者ゆえ。
Iga Ninja, okay.
なんだそりゃ。
だから要するに命の多くの手を出すなってこと。ほら少年、行くよ。
Yeah. You and I left the increasingly tense atmosphere behind. Be funny if when they return, if Takushi was like bandaged up, you know, like in the old cartoons, you know. He's got like a cat, you know, a sling on his arm, and he's got like, band-aids on his face. The room was covered in a massive web of pipes. The pipes continued into the adjacent generator room. It seemed that by opening and closing the valves, the water and oil pressure could be adjusted. Normally LeMU is responsible for maintaining the generator room, but even LeMU can't do much when the generator itself goes out. Anyhow, this is all because the power supply is down. This room is designed so that maintenance can be performed manually at times like this, or during blackouts. That's what you told me. You selected one pipe from the countless rows of them and instructed me to close this valve. As ordered, I turned the valve around and around. Hey you! I said this as I was closing the valve. It's about that girl from yesterday.
昨日の少年が見たっていう7人目の生存者のこと？
Yeah.
見間違いなんじゃないの？
I'm positive. These eyes saw her.
でなきゃ目の病気よ。
Okay. Huh? Disease?
嘘冗談だって。どうしてすぐ本気にするかな。
Enough already.
はいその話は後でゆっくり聞いてあげるから。
Unidentified survivors.
今はお仕事。
Yes, they used to have those. They used to talk about those a lot on Unsolved Mysteries. That was only those are about the only reasons I ever watched that show. For the sci-fi reasons. And the ghost stuff. Finally, the valve was completely shut.
これで多分大丈夫だと思う。
Can we talk now?
さてと、それじゃあ2人のところに戻りますか。
She's dodging all around. You took off from the room as if she were a fugitive on the run. I was left in the room alone. I felt an unclear mess of feelings stewing inside my mind. With this, we would be able to shut off the hot water flowing to the generator room. Even so, on the other side of the door, it was still hot enough to scald. The four of us waited outside the generator room until we could be sure that the temperature inside had cooled enough. When we thought the time had come, we timidly opened the door. It was like opening the door to a steam bath. A cloud of steam hissed out of the door. The heat inside just about defied imagination. The air in the steam-filled room was heavy and stuck to the skin. Inhaling felt like swallowing globs of sticky hot steam, which is exactly what you're doing, right? Takushi was opening and closing his mouth like a fish out of water, just like the tuna.
なんだか息苦しくないか？
いちいち分かりきったこと聞かないの。口に出したら余計に暑苦しくなるじゃないの。ラッキョ先輩、さっさと終わらせて出ましょうよ。 そうね。効率よく終わらせたいから手分けして作業することにしましょうか。じゃあ私はこっち、クラナリは向こうへ回ってもらえる？少年は
And so we got to work fixing the generator. Did she just totally make him? Okay, never mind. Takushi and you did the bulk of the work. There wasn't much for Sarah and me to do because we were helpless when it came to machines. That's probably a smart thing. Takushi and Sarah were working on the other side of the generator. You was doing battle with the machine and depending on my flashlight wielding skills. With nothing much to do, my mind started wandering. And of course they led right to the girl that had disappeared. I just couldn't believe that I had imagined the whole thing. Hey, you know, I thought a lot about it.
何を？
About the girl.
またその話？
Just listen. Maybe that girl. Maybe she is a ghost.
はあ？
You gave me a fed up look, shook her head, and went back to work. That's gotta be it. That would explain why the numbers changed so irregularly and why she vanished all of a sudden.
バカバカしい。
Listen, I'm serious.
いや、真面目な話なら真面目に聞くけどね。
You talking about? Oh, not being serious.
バカな話を真面目に聞くとバカが映るから。ちょうどプラスとマイナスの掛け算みたいなもんで、プラスかけるプラスの解はプラスになるけど、マイナスかけるプラスの解はマイナスになっちゃうわけで、ちょっとマイナスドライバー取ってくれない？
I like how she just insulted him on two fronts. That he couldn't figure out that he was kind of crazy, and that he also didn't know what a flathead screwdriver was. I suppressed my anger and put the flathead screwdriver in his hand. Okay then, you don't have to listen seriously. Just listen to me stupidly.
何をバカ的な感じって。
It's multiplication, right? Minus times a minus is a plus, right?
なるほどね。
Huh, that is right.
OK。
Seriously, this kid's got some good education because I don't think I would have thought of that back
話
then.
に付き合ってあげよう。で、何の話だったっけ？
It's about the girl that disappeared. She were a
ちょっ
ghost.
と待って。君、本当に幽霊なんて信じてるの？
I wouldn't say believe, but believe in the possibility.
ないわね。可能性なんて 0.0000000000001% たりとも。
Wow. She's quite certain there are no ghosts. How do you know? You sighed and started turning the next
い
screw.
い？古今東西の怪談話なんてものはほとんどが作り話なの。要するにエンターテインメントを目的としたフィクションってわけね。
But haven't you ever felt somebody's eyes on you when you were in the room all alone?
視線？
Yeah, like someone was watching you from behind.
お母さんじゃない？
Being serious. Oh, never mind.
そういうケースはね、間違いなく勘違いだったりするのよ。妄想の産物。本人の興味や精神状態が生み出した幻想ってこと。
You mean my mind is playing tricks on me?
平たく言えばそうね。
Too bad he didn't think to describe this girl to Takushi because Takushi bumped into Coco before the thing. And you. I mean, not you, and Sora. Yeah. Because she did. You want to hear a joke thing? Yeah, that's right.
UFO とかカッパもそうだけど、人間っていうのは想像することが好きなの。
Goblins, really? In the same category? Never heard anybody be like, oh my gosh, I saw a goblin. I saw a goblin in the closet. Oh my gosh. I've never heard anybody say that. Maybe they think that over in Japan. I'm not sure. But it's all UFOs and ghosts. That would be agreeable, and Bigfoot, I guess. Okay, so Bigfoot's the goblin then.
この想像力のおかげで人間はここまで進化してこれたわけだけど、ある意味においてはものすごく厄介な能力なのよね。行き過ぎると妄想と現実とがごっちゃになっちゃう。幽霊の正体見たり枯れ尾花、怖がったり興味のある人には何にでも変化しちゃうの。いるいると思い込んでいればありえないものだって存在するように感じてしまうわけだし、怖い怖いと怖がっていれば何でもないものだってそれっぽく見えてしまうもんよ。
Okay. Okay, this kid's stubborn. Kid's is stubborn. He's a mule. He's stubborn as a mule. He's gonna keep arguing. He's gonna force you to believe in ghosts. Here's a piece of crossover fan fiction for you to write. Ever17 meets the Ghostbusters. They hear there's like these sightings of a ghost girl, and they call in the Ghostbusters, and then the crap goes down, and they're also here. And that would be, it'd probably be stupid, but potentially awesome. Likely stupid. What about? Okay. What about Kaneshibari? How do you explain that? I hope they explain that.
Kaneshibari?
Oh, okay. When you wake up and can't move. Is that just a person's mind?
それはきっと縛られたんだよ。寝てる間にね。
Who?
SM 好きの恋人に。
Fascinating. Talking to you is always fascinating. Does this kid even know what that means? Tachi said he looked about 14 or 15. Does he know what that means? As if that could happen.
というのは冗談ね。
I'm guessing he does.
金縛りってのは体は眠っているのに脳は起きている状態の
Okay,
ことよ。
that's what I thought they were saying.
だから意識はあっても体は動かないの。
What about the people that say that they wake up and saw a ghost on top of them?
それは目を開いたと思い込んでるだけで本当は夢を見てるの。脳は活発に動いてる上に体が思うように動かないっていう恐怖心があるわけだから、その2つが重なって。
Yeah, I've always, I mean not always, but it seems like I read something or saw it on TV that people with like UFO experiences and that sort of thing, they tend to have it while they're close to waking up. Like they're just kind of half in and half out, if I remember right. I shouldn't talk about these things without checking the facts, but then again, if I check facts, I would never talk because I can't remember anything. But seems like I read or saw something like that. That's kind of a, you're halfway between, yeah, kind of what she just said, you know. That's how a lot of them explain the UFO experiences.
いかにも突飛な夢らしい夢をはっきり現実に見たと思ってしまうわけ。さっきも言ったでしょ。強く強く思い込むことで現実なんてものは簡単に歪められてしまうの。その顔まだ納得できないって感じね。
You can't convince me. I know I saw her. At least I saw something.
まさか僕には霊感があるんだとか言い出さないよね。ちょっとマジ？言い出すつもり？
Yeah, he's not gonna say it, but it'd be awesome if he did. Hopefully y'all are thinking the exact same thing I am.
でも突然薄桃色のエクトプラズムとか吐き出したりしないでね。あとそれからここでは奨励行為も禁止。ポルターガイストとか起こったらせっかく止めたネジが外れちゃうかもしれないから。
For not believing this stuff, you sure know a lot about it.
信じてないから詳しいの。
Wait a second. He's talking about she don't believe this stuff, and yet she gave Takushi the bullcrap in the last episode about, oh, your lifeline is a bit crazy. I don't know why I said crazy in that phrase, but... And she didn't say crazy, she said like short or well, potentially long and branches or some crap. I can't remember exactly what she said. But she somehow appears to believe in some sort of fortune telling. It's kind of strange to believe in part of the supernatural, but not all of it. Although, no, I don't guess that's strange at all. To be honest, in a way, I'd find ghosts more plausible than fortune telling. I don't know.
私の知識は防御のためにあるんじゃない。攻撃のためにあるのよ。つまり幽霊とか超能力とか UFO とかそういうオカルトを信じきっちゃってあっちの世界に行っちゃってる人いるでしょ。私の知識は彼らをギャフンと言わせるためにあるの。
Use the anti-supernatural enforcement team. Ready to bust the myth. Okay. She could start her own show out about that. But she'd have to come up with a better name than that. For copyright reasons.
論駁するために敵の情報を仕入れてるってわけ。大学で考古学を専攻したのもそのためなんだから。
Archaeology? Archaeology, I thought that was about digging, looking for artifacts, ruins, and deciphering ancient letters. That kind of stuff, right? She's been watching too much Indiana Jones. This is 2017, so they've already had the Crystal Skull come out, and they've already had probably where Shia LaBeouf is there when Indy dies in the next one, or I figure he will. It seems like I've heard he's taking it over. I might not. That might be completely wrong information. And then the next one, the new trilogy, the Young Indiana Jones trilogy, probably comes out in about 2015. Wait, no, 2016. When was this? I don't know. Just making crap up, if you don't know.
まあね。
You studying archaeology, it just didn't click. So what are you studying?
研究なんてそんな大層なものはしてないよ。私はまだ1年生だから基礎授業がほとんどなの。教授の講義を聞いたり、実習で発掘調査に参加したりしながら、考古学とは何なのかってやつをみっちり叩き込まれてる最中なわけ。
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of archaeology, have you ever heard of the continent Lemuria? It seems like it's the origin of LeMU's name.
聞いたことあるも何も、嫌っていうほど知ってるよ。
Oh, that explains it all.
レムリアっていうのは紀元前2億年から5000万年に存在したと言われる幻の大陸のこと。
Quite an ancient continent.
その大陸では現代よりもはるかに高度な文明が栄えていたが、何らかの原因により一夜にして海の底へと没したとされている。
Fascinating. Sounds quite a lot like Atlantis. You recited it off so fluently that it sounded like she was reading from a textbook. Her dad worked at LeMU. she knows a lot about Lemuria and archaeology. Fascinating. Probably irrelevant, but who knows. Advanced civilization overnight? Huh. That sounds just like.
学者の中にはこの大陸こそ人類発祥の地だとか主張してる人もいるらしいけど、まったく何言っちゃってるんだか。そんなことありえるわけないのにね。
You don't believe it?
当たり前でしょ。考古学的にも地質学的にもほとんど根拠がないんだから。ちゃんとした研究が進むにつれて説得力はどんどん失われていって、もうまともな学問の分野では廃れきってる説なのよ。
Is that right?
現実ってのはね、おとぎ話とは違うの。宗教なんかもそうだけど、神秘主義者たちが別っぽく語る話ってのは往々にして夢物語なのよ。そもそも根拠がないんだから何を言っても構わないって発想なんだろうけどさ。
I thought that maybe precisely because there was no evidence for or against that what people said was actually packed with meaning. Felt like that because those words were the only foothold, the only way to really nail down reality. Oops, dang it. Whoa. Oops, I think I triple clicked. Thought absently about this for a minute. Yep, I triple clicked. Let me try. We switched places and I tried twisting the screw into place.
疲れた疲れた。肩が凝ったぞなもし。
You twisted and stretched. Her back popped loudly. Hey, you know what we were just talking about?
さっきの話？レムリアのこと？
Yeah.
ひょっとしたら少年ってこの手の話がものすごく好きだったりする人？
I don't know about that. But since we've got time to kill, just humor me.
はいはい。で、何でしたっけ？
It's not giving me any cutoff point. Okay, cutoff point. What's he gonna say? That's the big cliffhanger. How's he gonna try to drive this story? Yeah, I'm gonna cut it off here. Yeah. Cut it off here. One thing that I do want to go ahead and say, watched it just before I started playing this. Just a small shout out. Since this is one of my, a bit more consistent Let's Plays. There's this guy this YouTuber I've been watching, called Kurt J. Mack. You should look him up. He does a lot of Minecraft stuff. He does like this game, Kerbal Space Program. Very, very hilarious guy to listen to. He's not over the top hilarious. He's kind of dry. But anyway, he's doing this. He's doing kind of this. It's hard to explain really quickly. But anyway, he's doing this series that he's been doing for 2.5 years or so for charity. So look him up, Kurt J. Mack. He's doing Farlands or Bust. It's a Minecraft thing. Anyway, thought I'd mention it. He was making a reference about how he's getting to the 300th episode and how he should have be funny if he were to happen to get 300,000 subscribers when he hit that mark. So he's like 15,000 away. But go check him out, and if you enjoy it, please come back and maybe watch some more of this, because I'm paranoid you wouldn't. But yeah, very entertaining guy to listen to. Very, very knowledgeable about the talking about this type of science stuff. Sort of this science stuff, more space stuff. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Yeah, awkward ending to this. But anyway, I hope you folks enjoy this. Hope I explained that last part clearly. I'll probably regret it once I hit the escape or the pause button or whatever, but hope you folks enjoy this, and I shall return in the next one. Farewell.